For the uninitiated, I'm a really big fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's probably my favorite anime of all time. Yeah, I'd say pretty confidently it's my favorite anime of all time. And one of the main reasons why it's my favorite anime of all time is because of the very unique fight scenes. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of the very few animes where its overall fights or altercations are almost like nothing like other animes in shonen, which I am so fascinated by, and you'll see that in a little bit. So I got ranks from S to D and S to D, Jesus, and I got all the different fights from like the anime all the way up, I think, to like the JoJo lands, or is this JoJo land? I don't know. I don't really read the manga that much, so I'm only gonna go through parts 1 through 6 in their fights because, like I said before, I don't really read the manga, and I think that's it. Without further ado, let's start off. I think is that this is Jonathan and Dio's first ever altercation, right? This is a pretty good fight, actually. I do like this fight. This is pretty interesting all throughout, and it's simple, but there's obviously a fight better than this, so we're gonna throw this B. And speaking of that better fight, this is an A tier beatdown. Jonathan has gone through so much in episode 1, or like in the first couple of chapters of Phantom Blood, and I'm telling you right now, he deserves to give Dio this ass beating for everything Dio's put him through. But this is a really good fight, though. Really, really good beatdown. Next up, we have Speedwagon versus Jonathan, or like this is more just like Ogre Street versus Jonathan, and this right here is an okay fight. This is like a B tier altercation, simply put. Now, the manner. Jonathan versus Dio at the manor when he becomes a vampire. This is another great This is another great battle in general that I think... Is it A tier? I think it is A tier, but I don't think it's better. I don't think it's better than this fight right here because this fight has so much weight behind it because of everything Jonathan's went through. This also has weight, but in my opinion, it's just not as emotionally impactful as this right here. Alright, so if there's one thing you guys should know about Phantom Blood is that it cuts a lot of its content. Like this fight right here, like Wang Chen fought like Jonathan in like for like 3 pages straight, or like in like a couple panels. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to reread this chapter and see what fight this even is because I looked at it through here. I looked at this list a couple times just to get a good glimpse at what all the fights in this part are and what in the show are about. Just remember my stuff, but this I looked at a comic dub and I even reread it a couple times. This is not a good fight. It's like a D tier fight. I'm glad they cut this shit in the anime. I don't remember this guy's name, but this is like pretty much a vector for Jonathan's hormone training, or like a checkpoint for Jonathan's hormone training, and it's pretty good for what it is. I think it's it's like somewhere around here. I'm gonna say no, it's not bad. I think it's quite interesting learning about hormone in this battle. It's like right here. What is this? I remember this scene in particular because this is like the altercation between Zappelli, Jonathan, and Dio here. But is this really a fight? Because I don't remember them really fighting. It's just like he pulls up, he summons zombies, he summons Tarkus and Bruford, which are both right here, and then he just dips. I don't remember him actually fighting anybody here. Do we just put like I'm gonna put like a question mark or something. Like, hold on. Let's add a row below, and then like, well, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. That's like right there. It's like this right here. Right? Yep. Put that like gray, and then we'll turn this in like question. What? Make this like a question mark, because there's certain fights on here that I'm looking back to. I don't know or don't remember any of them. I don't remember very certain fights in this battle. Either that or they aren't really considered like genuine fights. But we're dropping this here. The Bruford and Jonathan battle. This is a great fight. Definitely one of the better ones in part 2. And part 1. This is one of the better battles in part 1. It's not better than any of these though. It's like right there. The Bruford versus William Zappelli and Jonathan battle. This is okay. It's not like it doesn't really belong in A tier, but like I think it's like top of B in my opinion. It's better than Jonathan Dio's first altercation and the rest of these other fights. But that's really about it. Dyer, you're actually like fodder. Yo, apparently the Thunder Cross split attack, right? You're not gonna believe this if you never watched it. This is a move that apparently no one has ever like beaten it, but it has no on-screen victories. Jonathan beats it, and Dio beats it, which are the only two people that we see this move being worked on, and both of them completely beat it. Speaking of Jonathan and Dio, their fight near the end of the story, like, you know, before Jonathan goes on a trip to America, this is an A tier fight. It's filled with enough insane logic and lunacy that, like, I genuinely think it's one of the more enjoyable fights in the JoJo series. So I'm putting that, like, right here. Now this right here, I think this is an S tier battle. This is like an A to S tier battle. This is like one of, like, the most important battles in JoJo's history, and honestly, I love what this battle does, and actually killing the main character of the part, and therefore, like, putting this sense of mystery on what the hell is gonna happen next if you've never watched JoJo before. That's really cool to me. But the thing is, though, is that it feels really campy at certain points. So I don't think it belongs in S just yet. If at all, if I make any altercations. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna throw it in A because, like I said before, it's a great battle. It's easily the best battle in Phantom Blood. But I just don't think it makes S tier. Next up, we have Jonathan versus the police officers when he meets Smokey. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really care much for this fight because what this fight is supposed to do is sort of explain to us the type of character or the type of person Joseph is. Did I say Jonathan when I was talking about him? I hope I didn't say Jonathan. But this is supposed to establish what kind of character Joseph Joestar is. And I think the battle in front of it, which is this one, does that a lot better. So I'm going to drop this C, and I'm going to put this like right here in B tier. Like I said before, this is a good fight. But this is mostly just to establish what type of character Jonathan is, with, like, his intelligence, his thinking off board, or his thinking on his feet. And yeah, but then here and then you got freaking Straight right here, and this is an A tier fight. The Tommy gun pulling out 7 grenades behind Straight back. This is such a funny and stupid fight. I'm putting it, like, right here. No, it's better than this. Yeah, right there. I love this fight. I love this fight so much. It's so ridiculous, that's so funny at the same time. I love it. All right, next up we got Donovan versus Joseph. This, I don't really care much about this fight all that much. I don't remember it. It was cool. You know, Jonathan. This is the thing with JoJo's, bro. I keep getting names, like, mixed up. Joseph using Hamon on a cactus to fling needles in bro's face is pretty cool. But besides that, it's like right there. Is this Santana versus... Like, I'm looking through the rest of these. Okay, this is like... Yeah, so this is just Santana's whole entire battle. Like, his introduction and battle against Joseph. And this is an A tier fight, I think. This is a really good fight. Establishing who the Pillarmen are, how they work. It's a really good fight for that. But honestly, it's really not better than any of these four, in my opinion. Caesar versus Joseph. A pretty interesting battle, but nothing too crazy, in my opinion. It's like top of B or... bottom A. I don't think it's better. I don't think Caesar versus Joseph is better than any of these. So I'm probably putting it like, yeah, I'll put it bottom of A. Okay, so here's the thing. Is this considered a fight? No, it is. It is because, and it's mostly because of Wamu. Wamu tries to attack Joseph, and I'm moving my camera a lot. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so Wamu's trying to attack Joseph. Joseph tries to attack him with a dynamite. He fails, launches him with a minecart, and then he gets the 2 rings put on by AC/DC and Wamu. Yeah, this is another A-tier battle, I think. Good, an amazing introduction to the Pillarmen as villains. It's definitely better than this fight. The Pillar, I don't really care. It's just more like Hamon trading shit, fluff. I mean, again, would you consider this a battle? I just consider this like an interesting character moment, but I wouldn't consider this a battle. I'd probably put this like right here. Now, dude, the AC/DC battle when they were fighting on the pillars, and they because he killed Machina or Loggins. I don't remember which one he killed. But he killed one of them. AC/DC killed one of them. And that alone he gets like... this is better than most of these fights, yeah. Better than this. Is it better than Straight So? Is the Wamu fight... Is the AC/DC fight better than Straight So? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's better than the Straight So battle. Now, this fight right here. I actually don't like this at all. I'm gonna be real with you. AC/DC slaps his freaking brain on Suzy Q, or he slaps it first on Joseph, and then lures his way into Lisa's place, and then slaps it onto Suzy Q. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not the biggest fan of this fight. I don't really care much about it. It's a cool moment and shows how much AC/DC is willing to, like, sacrifice himself for cars in his goal of becoming the ultimate life form. Which is cool, but honestly, the fight itself is just really not that interesting, in my opinion. Is this von Stroheim versus Cars? I think that's what that is, with the machine gun. This is cool. it's a cool moment for him. Like right, yeah, like right there. I don't think it's better than any of these. This is the chase scene between Joseph and Cars. Again, this isn't really a fight scene. They're just running after the Redstone of Asia. I'm tempted to put it here. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna put it here. Fuck. Come on. We're gonna put it here. This isn't a fight. This is not a fight. You know what? I'm not even gonna put the question marks. I'm just gonna put not a fight / I don't know. That's the perfect way I'm gonna describe it, because there are a couple fights on here that the dude lists that I don't think are really fights, but I don't think they're good or bad. So I'm gonna put them like right here. This is Caesar versus Wamu. Yeah, this is S tier. This is an amazing fight. I love this fight so much. Yo, the way how Caesar uses his hormone bubbles to like make them reflect life off each other to hit Wamu, and then of course you get the iconic moment of him taking off his headband, putting the antidote in the bubble of the hormone blood bubble, and then giving it to Joseph while the big ass rock just comes falling on him. Yeah, this has to be S tier fight. This is some fodder. Fuck nigga that Lisa deals with. Don't care. Fucking dog shit. This is Wamu versus Joseph. This is another S tier. I actually think this fight is better. The Joseph versus Wamu battle is better than the Caesar versus Wamu battle. Like, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. This battle is way better. It's so good. It's such an interesting concept of a fight as well, because they're going around a track with horses on what are they called? They're not called carousels. They're called like, I guess you would call them wagons, but like I know there's a different terminology for that. But you get what I'm saying? They're riding around undead horses while they're shooting each other with weapons and trying to kill each other on them. Such a cool idea for a battle. Lisa gets no diff by Cars. LMAO, you're trash. Is this okay? So this is just like them fighting on the tightrope. Yeah, they're fighting on the tightrope so that Joseph tries to save Lisa, right? Yeah, this is like right here, I think. It's fine. It does its job, I guess. It's cool. Now, the Ultimate Cars battle. Oh my god, this shit's amazing. Hold on. This is amazing. This is an amazing battle. This is the best battle in A tier so far, I think. Yeah. There's so many awesome elements to this battle. It's one of the... You know what? No. It's not one of the better final fights in the series. Compared to the other ones, at least. Because, like, these two right here are both, like, the final fights of their respective parts. Like part 1 you got Jonathan versus Dio, and then part 2 is of course the Ultimate Lifeform Cars versus Joseph, and both of them are actually amazing battles. Joseph versus Ultimate Lifeform Cars, bro, this he starts off the fight. Bro, Joseph starts off this fight after Cars gets the Ultimate Lifeform. He starts off this fight by running away, jumping off a cliff, and then spawning a plane out of nowhere. Is that not the greatest thing you've ever seen in your entire life? I'm telling you, if you never watched JoJo's before and you look at the majority of these fights, you're never gonna guess what happens next most of the time. And it's so amazing. That's what I love about JoJo's fights entirely. But this fight is amazing. All the different beats, Von Stroheim being in the plane, helping Joseph kill Cars, or helping him to distract him, to fly him into the lava. And then, of course, the ending with the lava erupting and going into space. And then Joseph shooting his hand to Cars, to fling Cars into space. Amazing ending to an amazing battle. Next up, we have Jotaro versus Avdol in the prison to get him out. Pretty solid battle. Nothing too special, though. We'll put it like top of B. You know what I'm saying? It's a little scuffle. Yes. Is it better than this? It's the first ever stand battle, which is really cool. But is it better than Tarkus versus... Yeah, it definitely is. What am I talking about? I like this fight, but not that much. Hell, by the end of this probably will be, like, much lower in B tier. Kakyoin versus Jotaro, another really solid fight. I like it a lot. But, again, it has a lot of interesting little beats to the fight, but I wouldn't consider, like, a top echelon tier, like A or S. I'll put it, like, right here. I'd say. You know, should I make like a B- tier? Because here's the thing with a lot of JoJo fights. They have a lot of amazing battles, but they don't have a lot of bad ones. At least early on in these couple of tiers. Maybe I'll feel a bit differently when we get closer into the far forward of the list, but majority of JoJo fights either are like in B, A, or S tier in my opinion. That's like the majority of JoJo fights. There's not a lot of stuff that's like either C or D or just completely bad in my opinion. I'm gonna eat my words here, but Tower of Grey is actually not that good of a stand battle. Like, it's a cool moment for Kakyoin utilizing his stand and showing how helpful he can be to the team, but like Tower of Grey is a boring stand. The fight itself is just not that interesting. Like, it's cool when he murks all the people on the plane, and then Kakyoin figures out how to properly defeat Tower of Grey. But besides that's whatever. Now this fight right here, Avdol versus Polnareff. This is a pretty elite battle. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is like, yeah, it's like right here. I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's better than all these right here. This fight is so goddamn good, man. This is one of the coolest fights in the entire series. And it's also an extremely underrated battle because you kind of just like, because people don't really remember that Polnareff used to be a villain and therefore they kind of just forget this fight all entirely. Silver Chariot cloning himself into 6 different things or 6 different people or 6 different stands is so sick to me. But then he never used it again. It sucks. Dark Blue Moon versus Jotaro in the water. He gets Star Finger and that's kind of cool, but that's really about it. The fight itself is just kind of whatever. I mean, the Dark Blue Moon does look pretty cool, and Captain Tennille is a pretty interesting or kind of interesting character. It's like shit like right there. If I'm being honest, I think Tower of Grey Battle is a bit better, but that's about it. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. This is like strength and this is like strength of the stand strength and forever the stand user. This fight's like a C tier. I don't really care much about this fight. Ebony Devil versus Polnareff. This is the first ever Polnareff battle we get while he is a good guy, and I'm gonna be real with you, I see a lot of people talk really highly on this battle. I don't think it's that good. Mostly because I think Ebony Devil is kind of like I wouldn't say it's a boring stand. Like, the build up to the battle is really cool when Polnareff kills the guy that's in the fridge for some reason. I don't know why he was in the fridge. He couldn't be like under the bed or something, like, at all. I don't know why he was in the fridge. It's so random. But he murks him, and then the doll comes to life and just starts ripping Polnareff, or in this case Silver Cherry, to shreds. And then Polnareff uses mirrors and reflections to find where the stand is and then murks it, which is pretty cool. But honestly, the fight just feels really campy at certain points, so I'm gonna put it like right there, I think. I don't think it's better than any of these, but it's a decent enough fight to be put there. This fight, really, really cool. I love the build up to it with there being a fake Kakyoin at the beginning of the Yellow Temperance fight. Then Jotaro finding out it's a fake Kakyoin. And then the fact that he only beat this stand on a technicality because it was that goddamn strong. I think it's like a low A tier battle. No, it's not that good actually. It's like right here. And I think the Caesar fight isn't even that good either. It's probably like right there. Yeah, I like this. I think this is good. Temperance like high B. It's better than all of these for sure. This is an S tier battle. The Hanged Man battle is probably the best battle in the first part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Stardust Crusaders. The build up to this battle is amazing. The actual fight is amazing. The fake out death of Avdol is amazing. This fight almost has everything. We have the wrap up to Polnareff's finding the murderer of his sister, and it's just an overall amazing battle. Amazing build up, amazing story, amazing everything. I don't think it's as good as the Caesar and Joseph versus Wamu battles, but it's still like an S tier battle. I think it's better than like every single battle that we've seen up until this point. What is this? Empress? This is ass. Yeah, this is a terrible fight. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like this fight. And this is Wheel of Fortune. Really funny fight. This is a really funny goddamn battle. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's like right here. The fact that this stand user tried to kill the entire Stardust Crusaders and almost succeeded like 3 different times. It's really funny. This is Justice from Enya, right? What do I remember about this battle? I remember the Jotaro inhale. That's pretty funny. This fight overall was okay. You almost killed Polnareff. That's pretty interesting. Almost made him lick a toilet as well. That's pretty funny. You're like right. No, you're not better than the Ebony Devil fight. You're like right there. Yo. Yo, the Steely Dan fight. Yeah, this is an A tier battle. Yo. I love this fight so much. Like, and the only reason why I love it, though, which is why I'm going to put it low A tier, not higher, is because I think the stuff with actually fighting the actual stand inside of Joseph's brain is, like, it's negligible. It's mid as hell, frankly. But, dude, the fact that Jotaro has to deal with Steely Dan's bullshit for, like, the entire time, whilst Kakyoin and Polnareff have to go and fight the actual stand lovers, is so funny. They get into such stupid shenanigans, and then like the 30-second aura where Steely Dan just gets comboed by Star Platinum it's amazing. This has to be an A tier battle. It's one of the more memorable battles in Stardust Crusaders by far. The Sun, another memorable battle. This is really funny. I A lot of nothing happens during this fight, which is why it's like low B tier. But because of like the idea that a sun could be a stand and the way how they found it out of them using really stupid reflections, it makes it escape a C tier fate because a lot of nothing happens during this fight. Let's be honest with each other. But the way how they solve the battle, it's really cool. So that's the only thing that saves it from a C tier fate. Death 13. Really cool stand in a Kakyoin moment. But I don't think it's as good as... I don't think it's like an A tier worthy battle. It's like probably like right there. Yeah. Judgment. This is a really interesting stand battle. You know, like you could have guessed, it comes right after the Death 13 battle, so everyone's kind of shaken up at this point. But what they do with Polnareff in this is that how do I explain this? Okay, I really like this fight. I think I'm gonna say without a doubt this is definitely an A tier battle. It's better than all of these. I think it's even. Is it better than Silver Chair versus Renditions Red? Yeah, I think so. This is a really great fight for what it is. Basically, it's following off of Polnareff and his overall guilt for having his sister and Avdol murdered at the same time. And it is such an amazing, amazing arc. Especially when you realize that Polnareff might actually die here, and he would have died here if it wasn't for Avdol coming in to save him. So this is a really, really great fight. I love it. I know people probably don't like it as much because they think it's much of a cop-out to bring Muhammad Avdol back and things like that. But I really do love that battle. Judgment, mid-A tier battle. Is this High Priestess? Right? High Priestess. This is another B tier fight. Jotaro beating the bricks off of High Priestess's grill, like absolutely eviscerating the High Priestess mouth. Insanely sick ass moment. Really, really cool. Yeah. Okay. So this is Polnareff versus Iggy, and this is it's not even that good to be honest. Polnareff literally gets a no diff. It's so funny. It's like right there. It's like better than the Joseph altercation, I think. In Duel, this is S tier. The S tier battle. S tier battle. This is the part 2 of Star Wars Crusaders. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of these battles from part 2 Star Wars Crusaders are either going to be A or S tier. I think all of these fights are amazing in one way or another. I think every single fight here is amazing. So like we said, Geb and in Duel is S tier. I don't think I need to understand why this battle is S tier. You know, he almost wipes out the entire Star Wars Crusaders. Iggy gets thrown at him, and then Star Platinum hits Bro with a right hook, and then he screams like a maniac. This fight's amazing. And I just wish... The only thing I don't like about this battle is that it's the only serious battle here. Like, don't get me wrong. When I say that all these other battles are S-tier battles, I mean it in terms of enjoyment and not really in terms of things at stake. Like, for example, Oingo and Boingo, they're not threatening at all, but I'll tell you one thing right now. It's easily the funniest battle in the entire series. And it's arguably the funniest, like... It has arguably the funniest character moments in the entire series. And because of that's like right here, I think. It's better than the AC/DC fight. It's better than the majority of the fights in A tier. I just don't think it's as good as any of these 3 fights right here. But yeah, it is an amazing fight. An amazing moment. Okay, so what they did here is they divvied up the Anubis battle into 3 separate parts, which I like. This is pretty interesting. I'm going to tell you right now, though, not a single one of these is B tier. They're all A and S. I'm going to tell you which ones there are. So the Chaka one, I'm going to say is like high A tier. I think it's actually better than this. I think this battle right here, the barbershop versus Polnareff, is like low A tier. It's probably like right here. I think it's slightly better than the Steely Dan. What's it called? And then Silver Chariot plus Anubis is S tier. It's better than this. Is it better than Hangman? I don't think it's better than Hangman. But bro, this is without a doubt one of the coolest fights in the entire series and in the entire part. Not only that, it's also Jotaro upscale, and you know, Jotaro's amazing. I fucking love Jotaro. Star Platinum and Silver Chariot and Anubis are literally moving at the speed of light. Polnareff is literally dual wielding Silver Chariot and Anubis, and this is one of the coolest things in the entire series. The barrage. Jotaro punching the sword out of his own chest to save himself and destroy the stand. The ending to this fight where some kid misses throwing, or no, he doesn't miss, but Iggy trips the kid that tries to throw the blade at Jotaro to try and kill him, but he misses, and then it goes into a cow, and then the blade falls off him, and then goes in the ocean, and then rusts away for the rest of its time. Such an amazing stand fight and an amazing ending to a stand battle. I know I was rambling a lot, but I really love all the fights in part 3. You guys don't understand, especially in the second half of part 3. And speaking of another great fight, we have this right here. So you know how I said that Oingo and Boingo is one of the funniest battles in the series, this is probably the funniest battle in the series. I love the Bastad versus Joseph and Avdol battle. With the old lady, with the stuff that Joseph and Avdol get into this battle, with them going into the women's bathroom trying to look for Mariah, them running around almost, where were they? Where were they in Egypt? They were somewhere in Egypt. They were running around Egypt trying to catch her. And then the ending, when both of them are like two ends of the street and they clash together and destroy Mariah just for them to say that she's retired. Bro, she's dead, bro. She's not retired. She's dead, gang. Amazing fight. Amazing ending. Hilarious shenanigans. Joseph and Avdol Yowie. Don't question it. Don't question it, all right? It's amazing. Amazing battle. Next up, we have Alessi and Sethan. Look, I know a lot of people don't like this fight because it makes them feel uncomfortable. But I'm here to say that this is actually an amazing stand fight. Such a creative stand, and it works because Alessi himself is such a disgusting, vile person. He's someone who creeps on the weakness of other people and only fights people that are specifically weaker than him, which is why it's so horrifying seeing him fight people like Polnareff and even to a certain extent Jotaro, because we don't know how strong Kid Jotaro really was. And for that alone, I think it's genuinely one of the better... Whoops. No, hold on. I grabbed something on accident. Which is why I think that this is easily, without a doubt, one of the best battles in the entire Part 3. And also in just the series entirely. I think it's like, yeah, right here. Alessi himself is a really strange character, but this fight, without a doubt, is super interesting. And seeing, like, Kid Polnareff, like, trying to attack Alessi from the fish tank bowl. And then, bro... when he turns the lady that Kid Polnareff was being taken care of by into a literal fetus, and then he has to fight until he's able to somehow revert the stand power so that she can survive. It's such a great fight. I don't understand. You can hate Alessi the character, and I'm not the biggest fan of him either. But bro, he has one of the most interesting stand battles in the entire series. Darby is 100% S tier battle. Oh my god, I think it's better than like the majority of these battles. If I'm being honest, is it better than? Yeah, it is. It is. I think it actually is better than than Wamu versus Joseph. This is such an amazing battle. It's the only stand battle where like there's no punches being thrown, and it's also one of the most endearing because it's the most mind game battle that we've seen in the entire show up to this point. Darby knows the secret of Dio's stand and knows where in Cairo Dio's mansion is, and then they play him. He swindles both Joseph and Polnareff, and then he gets absolutely destroyed by Jotaro and his bluffing. What an amazing battle. Is this Whole Horse and Boingo? Another elite episode. Again, these three are probably like the funniest episodes in the entire series. I'm not gonna lie. Mariah, Oingo Boingo, and Whole Horse Boingo. I'm not gonna lie. Is it better than Jonathan versus Dio? Because, bro, I'm telling you right now, this is one of the funniest episodes in the entire series. Or one of the funniest battles in the entire series. I'm willing to put it like right here. But I just don't think it's actually better than it. So I'm just gonna put it back here. Oh, dude. Pet Shop. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. Part 3 has some amazing fucking stand battles. Pet Shop is such a good fight, bro. Is it as good as in Deb? In Deb? In Duel and Geb? I don't know. Horus is a great stand. And the battle against Iggy was amazing, but is it as good? You know, that's the thing, bro. I'm not sure where this goes. I know it's 100% better than all of these fights, without a doubt. But I don't know where this goes. This fight is so cool. Having two non-humanoid stand users fight each other is super cool. And it gives Iggy some character moments. So you know what? I think this is actually better than the Duel fight. Not as good as this Anubis fight, but it's so fucking good, bro. Is this Talon's T Darby? Darby's little brother? This is another A tier battle. It's very similar to the Darby versus Jotaro, but I just think it's not as good because, for one, we've already seen this already, and two, it's used with a completely different medium in video games instead of like gambling. I'm not saying that necessarily like gambling's better per se, or like a better theme, but what I am saying is that it is much easier and much more interesting to see someone or see how someone cheats or see how someone mind games in poker than it is to see in video games, in my opinion. And also, like we said before, you've seen it. You've already seen this before at this point. However, Darby's little brother does get or to like immediately out of the fucking scene. It's hilarious. Vanilla Ice is another S tier. Like, bro, I'm telling you, Part 3 has some of the best fights in the entire series. Vanilla Ice is better than all these, by the way. 100%. It's better than all these. Vanilla Ice battle is better than all these. I shouldn't have to explain this either. Like, you shouldn't understand why this is S tier. And also, I'm kind of losing my voice. I'm tired. This is too much thinking, alright? Alright, is this Kakyoin versus Dio? He gets fucking no diff. This is a D. No, I'm playing. Kakyoin dying and finding out, Dio's stand, ability is really goddamn cool. So, you know what? This is, like right here. Like, right here in B tier. Really, really good battle. Fuck. You know what? Let's just put this in S tier and move on. You should know why Joro versus Dio is an S tier battle in JoJo's. And not only in JoJo's, but in Shonen history. You should know why Joro versus Dio is an S tier battle. Oh, by the way, yep, got my JoJo's fucking poster back there just to prove you I'm not a LARP. But as I was saying, you should know that Joro versus Dio is 100% without a doubt S tier stand battle. And an S tier battle in Shonen period. You should know this. It's 100% an S tier battle. Next up, we have Diamonds Unbreakable, and this is like what, Joro versus Josuke's first ever interaction. This is like it's solid for what it is. It's very similar to like Dio versus Jonathan, but like it's just not as malicious compared to them. So this is like right there. It's fine. Angelo versus Josuke and Jotaro. I love this fight so much. Such an amazing battle. We're gonna drop it right there, I think. Yep, I think no, it's better than this. It's better than the majority of these. I'm not gonna lie. It's not better than Chaka, no. But yo, the Angelo battle is genuinely like such a high tier battle, and Angelo's also one of the best villains in the entire series for being like a villain that only appears like a handful of episodes. Is this Okuyasu versus Josuke? This is like a right there. Okuyasu's a retard, so GG's, but like he should have murked niggas. He should have killed Josuke. Like all he had to do was just swipe his hand twice instead of just like swiping the air in front of them so Josuke can get to him. He just swiped it once and then swipe it again, bro. It doesn't say that the hand has a cooldown. He just swipe shit and just murk shit. I don't know why he just didn't cut Josuke in half. Keiicho Nishimura versus Josuke is a pretty interesting battle. Is this counting? Wait, where'd I put it? Oh, it's right here. Yo, this is a crazy ass fucking picture of. Hold on, can I zoom in? Whoops, y'all gotta see this shit. Hold on, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga Keiicho, bro. Look at Keiicho's fucking face, dude. This is so fucking funny. All right, let's get back down to business now. This battle's okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not the best battle by any means, but it's a pretty solid one. Like right there, I think. Nah, actually, you know what? I don't even think it's actually better than the Josuke versus Jotaro battle. This is the Lock versus Koichi. Really good stand battle. Amazing concept of a stand. All right, it might seem like ass, which it is an ass stand, but bro, the stand battle of trying to of Kobayashi using his stand to guilt trip people into extorting them. It's such a cool concept. It without a doubt is like, it's like. Yeah, right there. I'll put it right there. It's such a unique stand battle. Surface, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really care much about this battle. A lot of nothing happens during this battle. I'm gonna be real with you. Like really, a lot of nothing happens. It's like right here. Yukako versus Koichi. This is it's definitely an A tier battle. I'm just trying to think where it could possibly go. Koichi's stand and overall personality does develop, which is really great. But I'm just trying to figure out where it goes. I think it is better than the Lock. It's better than that. It's also better than Alessi, I think. Yeah, I think right there is fine. This is not even a fight, which is confusing. I mean, it's not really a battle because they don't really fight, to be honest. There's not a clear winner or loser. So we're gonna drop it like right there because, like I said, this isn't even a real stand fight. Now the Red Hot Chili Pepper fight, there's two of them here. I guess we'll just do them separately. The Okuyasu one is really cool. Completely messes with the lack of intelligence on this kid. And for that, it's gonna go like high B tier. Right there. I think it's fine. Right above the other Okuyasu fight. Now the Josuke one, this one's really goddamn cool. I'm gonna put this like right there. Right there is really goddamn cool. Acton Baby, again, this isn't even a real fight, but it is a really cool bonding moment between Joseph and Josuke. So right there is fine. Okay, this is just Rohan and Heaven's Door. This is like, I want to say it's like high B, maybe low A. Because you learn a lot about this fight about Rohan's character, Josuke's backstory. You know what? I'm gonna put it like right there. Yeah, I think it's like right there. No, actually, I don't think it's better than Yukako's battle, than the Yukako and Koichi fight. But it is a really good fight, all things considered. The rat. I don't care about the rat. I'm gonna be real with you. It's like right here. Oh wait, no, this is the one Josuke fought, right? At the very beginning. No, this one's whatever. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. C tier. Now this one right here, this one's way better. Because Jotaro almost dies. And that's hilarious that Jotaro almost dies. That's going right there. No, it's actually not better than any of these. It's like right there. So this is Shigechi versus Okuyasu and Josuke, and I really like this battle. I really do like this battle. Amazing, amazing battle. Great fight. Great fight. This is a calm A tier. Maybe, let's see. Where can we drop it? You know, I'll drop it right behind the Red Hot Chili Pepper versus Josuke battle, like right here. I think is really good. Cinderella. Again, this is not a stand fight, but the development between characters like Koichi and Yukako's relationship, it's really cool. If I was doing an episode ranking, I say this is unironically an S tier episode, but this isn't a real fight, so who cares? Killer Queen versus Shigechi. This is a really, really sad fight. And I'm going to put it like right here. No, I think it's better than AC/DC. No, I don't actually. No, it's not better than AC/DC. This is a really good fight. Of course, you have the My name is Kira Yoshikage dialogue. You get Shigechi trying to run and save himself while trying to get the button to Josuke. Really, really cool stand battle. Now, Sheer Heart Attack? Okay, so because they have Adam Heartfather right here, I'm guessing they're doing like the whole Sheer Heart Attack arc, meaning they're doing the stand battle, Koichi evolving his stand into Echo's Act 3 and stopping it, and Jotaro beating the absolute shit out of Kira Yoshikage and then cutting his hand off to try and escape and kill Cinderella. If this is capsulating that whole entire portion, this is without a doubt an S tier battle, and I think it's better than the majority of the battles in here. Let's see, it's better than this. It's better than Pet Shop. It's better than Anubis. It's better than J. Guile. It's better than Joseph versus Wamu, but it's not better than Darby. If it's talking about the whole Sheer Heart Attack arc, this is 100% an S tier battle, and it's better than almost all these fights in this entire list. Adam Heartfather, is this even a real stand battle? Were these niggas in any real danger during this fight? Were they in any real danger? I don't think so. I mean, like, yeah, he escaped and like he's going around stabbing niggas and giving them stand powers to kind of like destroy them, but like that's very much like a very end game thing, you know what I'm saying? This is no, what am I talking about? It's like a C tier. Who cares? No, all these are better than it right down there. Not even a real fight. I would say it's down here, not a real fight, but like he kind of does trap them for a little bit, so I guess it is sort of a fight. I don't really care much about this fight, if I'm being honest with you. It's not that good of a battle. Just felt really boring, mundane, if I'm being honest. It's whatever. Josuke and Mikitaka versus Rohan in gambling. Pretty sick. But overall, a little mundane. I'll put it like right here, I think. It's fine. Nothing special. Now, Highway Star. Now, this battle is put into two different fights. You got the one with Rohan, and then you got the one where Josuke pulls up on him in the ER. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really like both of these fights. I like this one a lot more though. So this one is like probably low A tier, but this one is like mid A tier. So let's see. If part 1 Highway Star is here, then part 2 is like better than Alessi, but not better than Rohan. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do there. Stray Cat is whatever. The actual battle between Stray Cat is whatever. I don't really care. Let me drop that down a couple pegs. It's not that good. Superfly, very interesting stand and concept. I just don't really care about the fight itself. I think right there, I think is okay. It's like better than the majority of these. But Enigma, this is an A tier battle, bro. The bring back of Yuya Fungami. Oh my god, and him using his stand to help Jotaro. I'm so tired. I've been talking for like I think almost an hour straight. But yeah, this is an amazing battle, actually. I think it's a really high A tier battle. Yeah, it's better than Darby. No, this is like right here, I think. I think it's actually better than Angelo. Yeah, this is better than Angelo. Yeah, this is an amazing stand battle. I love this fight so much. I love this fight so much. It's such an amazing battle. And you know what? It's better than Chaka. I'm dead ass. This is actually better than Chaka. Chaka versus Polnareff. This is a better battle than that. Cheap Trick. Very interesting stand battle and way how he tries to not die. And the way how you get rid of it is, and the way how he got rid of Cheap Trick is really, really cool. So, I'm gonna put it like right here. Yeah, like right there. Really good battle. We got Sheer Heart Attack. What am I talking about? We got Bites the Dust versus everybody in part 4. Technically, he kills everybody with Bites the Dust. And if Kira Yoshikage wasn't Kira Yoshikage, then everybody here would be dead. But I'm going to be honest with you. This is an S tier battle. Actually, scratch that. It's a high A tier battle. And this fight right here with Josuke is an S tier battle. There we go. That's what I want to do. I was thinking about it, and I mostly remember the Bites the Dust arc for this battle alone, if I'm being honest. And that's about it. Anyways, let's move on. Leaky Eye Luca gets no diff by Giorno. Who cares? The Bruno versus Giorno fight is actually really solid. I'm gonna put it like right there. The Popo Black Sabbath fight with Giorno at the end of it killing Popo because of his views. Really sick. A tier. The Zucchero fight. I love the Zucchero fight. Amazing stand fight. What is this shit called? Soft Machine. Really, really good stand fight. The Torture Dance at the end. Amazing. He almost completely no diffs them. This is like a genuinely great stand battle. One of the better like stand battles that we've gotten from part 5 as well. So I'm gonna drop that. Yeah, right there. I think it's right there is fine. I'm gonna be real with you. I actually don't remember much of this battle, arts and craft work. Don't mind me. I'm probably just gonna cut this out, but like I gotta see how the hell this fight happened because I don't remember how Misa versus Sale happened. Yo, isn't it so? I don't know why I don't remember the craft work fight at all, but I can remember the Mario Zucchero battle like down to a T. I cannot tell you a thing about the crafts work battle, but after watching it a bit off screen. And by off screen I mean literally like fucking 5 minutes ago. It's actually a really good fight. I'm gonna put this at like a high A tier. Craftwork is such an amazing stand. I'm generally surprised how a stand like this doesn't belong to like a main tier villain. I know something similar like that belongs to like Poochie in like part 6. And trust me, we'll get to that fight when we get to that fight. But this is actually a really good fight. I'm putting this like top of A tier or like close to the top of A tier. Now. Narancia versus Little Feet. This is a great fight. I love this fight so much. This is another great fight. Is this S tier? I don't think so. But god damn it, is it not close to being S tier? I think it's genuinely better than like the majority of these fights. Yeah, it's not better than Yuya Fungami. But bro, the way how he takes Aerosmith into the sewers to fight the Formaggio, I think is the stand user's name. Fight Formaggio in the sewers while he shrank down. Such a cool stand user and such a cool use of his Narancia's such a good stand user and such a great use of his really cool looking stand. A great fight, all things considered. This is a Man in the Mirror in Illuso. Another great fight. Another really, really good fight. It's like a A tier fight. Actually, no, I'm gonna be honest. It's a good fight. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's definitely a good fight. I'd say it's like the top of B. Yeah. It's like the top of B. Good enough fight, in my opinion. That's all it is. It's a good enough fight. Interesting stand ability. Kind of similar to like Hanged Man, but like not really. Prosciutto and Pesci, do I group them together or do I rank them separately? Because honestly, I don't know. I really don't know whether I group them together or separately. I think I'll group them together. And I think they're both like S tier fights. So I'm going to put Prosciutto at S. I'm going to put Pesci at S. I'm going to find a way on where in S tier I want to put them. I think the Pesci fight is without a doubt way better than the Prosciutto fight, but they're both amazing fights. I'm going to put the Pesci fight like... I think right there is fine. And then the Prosciutto fight I think is... yeah. No, like right there. Like right there, I think is perfect. I think it's perfect right there. Amazing stand battles. Again, I don't know if I have to explain this, but Pesci seeing Prosciutto almost die and then locking in, almost like literally almost killing Bucciarati. Like bro almost killed Bucciarati like 3 or 4 times during that fight, but of course, Bucciarati is like the fucking GOAT, so of course he's not going to die that easily. And then Formaggio in The Grateful Dead is such an amazing character and stand that they almost wiped out all of the main cast in like 3 episodes. He like they immobilized like 2 or 3 of the members, almost killed Mista, and almost killed Bucciarati. Amazing stand users, an amazing stand battle. This is Malone and Babyface. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not the biggest fan of this fight, but it's still pretty cool. I'd say it's like, again, it's not an A tier battle by any means, but it's definitely a good battle. I'd say like a decent fight. I'd say it's like right there. I think. Yeah. Nah. Actually, it's worse than these. Not better than this. It is better than the rat, though. I'll say that. Ghiaccio and White Album, or it is called White Album, right? Yeah, this is another S tier battle though. Ghiaccio. I moved it down to A. Ghiaccio is a hilarious stand user. His stand being a wearable armor is so cool. I love this stand user. I love the stand. I love the battle. I love the bullshit that Mista does with Sex Pistols, just shooting it and kicking the bullets in every which way. Amazing. I love it. I love the stand. I love the stand battle. All right. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting more and more delirious as the video goes on because I've literally been sitting here and recording for like at least an hour straight. I still gotta go in and edit the majority of this shit. King Crimson versus Bucciarati. The nigga King Crimson just completely no diffs Bucciarati. But the fight itself is actually quite interesting. I'll put it like right there, probably. This is Clash and Talking Head. Okay, here's the thing. I think Clash, the stand user, I think Clash, the stand, like the actual shark thing is really, really cool. And Talking Head is a pretty cool concept, but it just frustrates me how much the crew thinks about like Narancia and how he's not really making much sense. I just don't understand how the crew can be so oblivious to how something is not going wrong. Because why in God's name would Narancia tell you like, oh, there's definitely not a stand user attacking us? How can you tell that something is clearly not up with that? Like, genuinely. It took them a 15-year-old Giorno Giovanna for them to understand, wait a minute, we're actually under attack by a stand user. And not the person that's obviously telling you really strange stuff. Why would he say there's not a stand user when there's clearly a stand user, bro? It makes no sense at all. But, like, I think the actual, like, Clash battle, the actual shark stand is much cooler. So you know what? It's going like a mid B. And the relationship between Squalo and Tiziano is really cool. Notorious B.I.G. Not the biggest fan of the stand battle. It's okay. The actual stand is insane. It's like extremely cool. It's on a similar base as like Yellow Temperance, where like it does not die no matter what you do. Unless you're like, you know, in a big body of water. And that's actually how they beat the stand. They get it into a big body of water, like in the sea. And it's practically like the Kraken in the sea, just taking down ships and shit at the end of the battle, after everything's all said and done. But again, this isn't that good of a stand battle, so we'll put it right there. And when I say it's not that good of a stand battle, I'm talking about like in a vacuum compared to all the other battles in JoJo. But it was an okay battle. This is genuinely one of the best fights in the entire series. Metallica, really cool stand. Risotto, dope-ass user. And the stuff that King Crimson and Doppio and Epitaph do here, amazing. I think it's like, yeah, it's better than these. It is better than these. Great fight. Jesus Christ. I genuinely cannot like stress how much of a good fight this is. Also, I think this does, oh yeah, it does count the Abacchio death scene, actually. Yeah, this is definitely an S tier battle. Yeah, that's definitely an S tier fight. And again, another S tier fight is Secco and Chocolata. Both of their fights are insanely great. I think this, I'm gonna be real with you. I think the Chocolata fight is actually better than the Doppio versus Risotto fight, and it's better than this. I think it's that good. Green Day is such an awesome stand with an amazing ability, and Giorno and Mista do such a great and interesting job of combating it. We got Secco right here. This nigga is fucking crazy, and his stand, Oasis, is really damn cool, and the fight between him and Bucciarati is also amazing. Yeah, this is another S tier battle. I don't think it's better than Doppio versus Risotto, but it's definitely better than White Album, in my opinion, Ghiaccio. Will this be Diavolo and Polnareff? This is like probably bottom A somewhere. Not really much to say. I'm gonna put it like right there. No, it's actually not better than Doppio. And honestly, Doppio? It's not better than Polpo. I think Polpo's actually a lot better than these. I'm putting like right there. Yeah, I think the Polpo and Black Sabbath battle is way better than this. I'm guessing this is Chariot Requiem And again, this isn't really a fight as much. Well, it can't be considered a fight because they almost die a lot of times during this fight. But overall, it's not really a fight, though. I don't know where to rank this. I don't know if to put it in not a fight or an actual fight. Because here's the thing, right? Silver Cherry Requiem and Golden Experience Requiem are kind of like in the same boat because the same thing. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna put this in not a fight, and then I'm gonna combine that with Golden Experience Requiem. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Is it a good fight or a good moment in the series? Yes, but if I'm being honest, compared to what the rest of the series has as you going through, this is an extremely underwhelming final battle for the part, alright? Not to say that it's bad, but if I'm being honest with you, compared to all the S tier fights, like, hold up, I'm gonna put this in A, and I'm gonna show you what the hell it has to contend with. I don't think it's better than the what's it called fight. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it's better than this. Look, I'm putting this here because look what the hell comes like after this, alright? Or came before this. You got the fight with Little Fee and Narancia, Ghiaccio versus the squad, Secco versus Bucciarati, Doppio versus Risotto, Prosciutto and Pesci versus the rest of the team, Chocolata versus Giorno, and yeah, that's what I mean, bro. Like, it follows such amazing fights that the fact that this is all we got, which don't get me wrong, I think Golden Experience Requiem and the fact that Giorno puts Diavolo in an infinite death loop is cool. But I think it could have been something better. Or at least there could have been an actual genuine fisticuffs fight for the battle instead of just a long, drawn-out chase for the arrow. Because that's all this fight really is who can get to the arrow first, and whoever does literally wins. And I mean, it's not like it mattered because Giorno was fated to win this fight, but that's what I'm trying to say, though. Compared to the rest of these fights, this fight was just amazing. It's just compared to the rest of these fights, this fight is just kind of underwhelming compared to, like, all the other S-tier fights in Part 5. And then you got Rolling Stones, which this isn't really a fight, to be honest. So we're just gonna put it in not really a fight. Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. We got Gwess versus Jolene, and we're almost fucking done, thank god, because my throat is getting tired. I need a glass of water after this, fuck. This is an interesting fight. Not the best fight by any means, but it's a pretty good introductory fight to the Part 6. Is this John Gallier in his stand? Again, this is a decent fight. Manhattan transfer. Again, this is a decent fight, but again, it's nothing all that special. It's like right there. Highway to Hell, if I'm being honest with you, it's like whatever fight. It's fucking who cares. It's the most who cares fight in the series. It's cool for it's an interesting concept, getting someone to not end their own life or else you die as well. But besides that, it's just really strange. I'm gonna throw on my glasses right now because I'm like really tired. Alright, Foo Fighters. This is an arguable B to A tier, and I think it's an A tier battle because Foo Fighters is an amazing character. Is this Marilyn Manson? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is Marilyn Manson with the baseballs, right? This is a good stand battle. I like it. It's like right there, I think. Better than Kakyoin, I think. This is the Zero G, guys. This is the Zero Gravity battle. I really love this battle. It's really good. It's like a low A tier. The Zero Gravity, Weather Report making a suit with his clouds. Really good stand battle. But I just wish there were more exciting moments during the fight. That's it. And it's also a little forgettable. Good fight, but forgettable. That's the only problem with it. What the fuck is that? Is that White Snake trying to shoot down the bird, trying to get Jotaro's memory or stand disc back? I guess. I mean, like, no, this isn't even a real fight. No, I'm lying. This is not even a real battle. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Some of these battles are really out of order. Yeah, Limp Bizkit's next. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't remember much of this fight, besides the fact that they were fighting invisible monsters the entire time. And like, it was cool. Extremely strange. Because in the manga, I can't really imagine how it was in the manga. I didn't read the manga. But in the anime, it was literally like nothing was attacking them. So I can't even imagine how that was adapted from the manga. And what the original manga was. This is a decent fight. Like a decent fight. It's like right there. Better than the Rohan battle. Rohan and Cheap Trick battle. Okay, again, this is really out of order. I don't know why it is like this. Yeah, Dragon's Dream, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't the biggest fan of this fight. I really wasn't the biggest fan of Dragon's Dream. It's a really strange concept and stand. This stand uses pretty interesting and kind of cool. And the hand-to-hand fisticuffs battle with it It's pretty interesting. I like the hand-to-hand action, but like the actual stand itself pointing in like the opponent's unlucky spot just seems like a really stupid stand ability. Don't get me wrong, it works because I'm not gonna lie, Dude was kind of giving hands to both Foo Fighters and Jolene at certain points, but it's whatever. I think Planet Waves though, this is an S tier battle. Low S tier, but it's still an S tier battle. I don't think it's better than anything else up here, but oh my god, it's such an amazing stand battle. The way how Jolene and Westwood move hand to hand while they're both using their own stands as like ways to fight each other. Like, I like how Jolene is using her slimmer body and slender build to like weave and move around and duck and weave against Westwood's big ass monster swings while she uses Stone Free to kind of wrap him up in this like a little spider web. And then oh my god, this battle is so good. I'm too tired to go into it because I've been talking for like an hour straight. But go back and rewatch this battle. It's so great. Such an underrated fight. Anasui and Jolene versus Yo-Yo Ma. Like right there. I'm gonna be real with you. Such a I like it because it's unique and really, really weird. But that's really about it. Foo Fighters versus White Snake. Really good battle. Really, I'm trying to think though. No. Cause yeah, Foo Fighters does die here. Yeah. This is like again a low A tier battle. A really, really good fight. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad fight. I'm not glad it's like right here. Cause he just gets off screen practically because he gets destroyed in the King Crimson Time Erasure. I'm dropping that down. This fight though, it's actually really interesting. And also kind of confusing because how strong is Whitesnake for him to be putting hands on on Foo Fighters like this? Jolene versus the Green Baby. Oh wait, yeah, no, this isn't even a fight. I was gonna say, is it counting the Poochie versus Jolene fight? But no, that's right here. This fight right here, another really, really good hand-to-hand battle. And I love those hand-to-hand battles in JoJo. I think it's high A tier. Unironically, I think this is a high A tier altercation. Like right there. And then we got the final third of battles in Stone Ocean, which I absolutely love. What the fuck is all this stuff? I haven't read the Steel Ball Run manga, so I'm looking at some of these extra panels right here. I'm just so goddamn confused. This is Jailhouse Lock. Amazing stand concept. And another very contrived way of winning, but it's contrived in the way where it's actually very funny and interesting. Basically, the way how they beat this, so basically the power of Jailhouse Lock is that it gives you short-term memory loss. You can only remember 3 things at a time while the stand ability is active. And the way how they fight this is that Jolene is about to get shot by like a hurl of bullets, right? But because she can only see 3 of the bullets, she can't really do anything about it. However, she uses a water puddle, or a puddle of water, and uses the reflection from those bullets into the water to see the majority of the bullets all in one picture. And therefore, she's able to move the bullets out of her way so she doesn't die. Really, really cool way of utilizing the information we were given. Because, and it makes sense because it's all in one picture, therefore you can see everything in that one picture. Fuck this fight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fuck this fight and fuck this guy, bro. I hate this nigga, bro. His stand is so stupid. It turns you blind. I guess it's kind of scary, but this fight was just so boring and dragged out. I'm honestly willing to like put it like all the way in D tier. As a matter of fact, I am gonna put it in D tier. This fight sucked. Underworld. Actually a great fight. I'm putting this in A. Great fight. A. Actually, no, it's definitely still A. I'm just trying to figure out where in A it goes. High A tier. The Underworld battle, amazing. Mwah. Beautiful. Forgot this dude's name. Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, this is another A tier battle. Battle was hilarious. I'm gonna be honest with you. Where the fuck is Mickey? Has a top 5 JoJo line of all time. Even though it wasn't adapted into the anime. I'm guessing this is Weather Report versus Poochie. And in that case, this is like another like low A tier battle. Actually, I'm lying. This is like a high A tier. I think it's better than the majority of these fights. Yeah, no, this is definitely better than like almost all these fights. Like right here. This fight is so goddamn good. And then he gets his melon split and then completely killed. Rest in peace to my guy, Weather Report. Simu versus Jolene. Again, this is another one of those battles where Jolene literally fights a stand hand-to-hand. This is an S-tier battle. It's better than Planet Waves. And then Made in Heaven is like another S-tier battle again. This is like better than all of these. Better than these. It's like right... Yeah, it's like right there, I think. Yeah. No, it's better than Darby too. Yeah, this is an amazing stand battle. especially in the anime where you can visibly see how Pucci is speeding time up and how he's going into the water to fight Jolene and how he kills all the other members of the Stone Ocean crew. It's so sick. Love this. Love this fight. I love it so much. Amazing battle. And then you got Emporio versus Pucci, which you can say whatever you want about this battle. I personally am a big fan of it. I really like this battle. It's like a solid A tier fight. Really did enjoy it. Oh, okay, let me see real quick. And I think that's all the fights so far. Everything else here is like part 7, 8, or 9. And Jesus Christ, am I tired, bro. Fuck me. My throat hurts. Pause. I'm tired of talking. Jesus Christ, that was a long video. How long was this video? Oh, I can't see the recording. That was an hour and 20 minutes long of recording. I felt like it was 3 hours long. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna get the fuck up on out of here and edit this.
Can you go point, let them know that my hands really lethal? How many times did I see you? Twice. Both of the times I just beat you.